What's happening, guys? Real quick, I wanted to show you. Oh, they're gone actually. There's well, there was a group there. When you're doing storage auctions, there is a ton of downtime. So I'm sitting here watching a couple YouTube videos, and I saw a comment on one of my videos that I figured, you know what? I'm just sitting here. I'm caught up with a lot of the stuff I needed to do, so I figured I'd make a video. Turbo Man 8082 wrote me a great comment, and I actually emailed him and made sure it was okay to mention him. He was talking about you guys should talk real numbers in the future. You know, $500 and you did all that work. It's not worth it, especially if you hated it. Real quick, okay? I'm only speaking from my personal take on things, my personal experience, my personal perception on that particular garage sale and just a lot of other stuff. Because I mean, I'll be honest with you, I did a lot of complaining yesterday. I was just super tired, super annoyed. But deep down, I don't mind doing it. You know what I mean? It's fun to me. I'm kind of like an old car. You gotta kind of like warm me up when it comes to yard sales. You gotta kind of like, you know, turn me on, let me run a little bit, get warmed up, and then I get going. And I don't know if you noticed in the video, you know, I was, you know, talking with everyone. I was actually having fun. It all worked out. The value, and it depends on people's perception, because the way I look at it, it's, for me, it's not just monetary. The value that I got out of that yard sale was well worth having it, because we did, I want to say, and I'm speaking rough figures because, you know, my wife handles the money aspect of calculating and all that, including my stuff that I brought over and the stuff that we pulled out of the units last week from, you know, my partners that I had on these past units. I want to say it was around $500. I want to say you're right on the mark, maybe 600 when it's all said and done. To make that on a Sunday and hang out with some friends and, you know, have a good time, because all in all, I did have a good time when it was going on. A couple of key contacts I made, because I didn't mention this yesterday, but there was two people there. One lady, all she wants is furniture. I got her number. We talked for a while, and now I have a furniture lady, so to speak, that I would have never have met had we not had that garage sale. That contact I made. Another guy, all he wants is the crap tools. You know what I mean? The no names, the made in Taiwan, the made in whatever. All he wants is the crap tools, because what he does is he sends this to his family overseas. Now I have a miscellaneous tool guy. So when you kind of look at it as, okay, so you made two contacts, you sold some stuff, you made some money, you had a great time with your buddies. We ended up having a great barbecue, you know, at the end of the night. When you put all those things in perspective, the value that I got from having that garage sale was well worth it to me. And I haven't emptied, I'll go ahead and show you, I haven't emptied my truck out since last night. Here's what I left with, you know, a bunch of empty tins, a couple of my tables, and then some of the signs from the yard sale signs. So there's another thing. I made room, I cleaned out, you know, I made some space. So if you're just looking at it monetary, yeah, it sucked. You know what I mean? But it's these base hits. It's the consistency. You know, when you're buying storage units at auction, it's the consistency of it, because when you factor in, you know, you're going to go out and you're going to do a couple runs here and there, and you're going to buy a couple units, and you made X amount of dollars, and although it is okay, but when you factor in all this stuff, is it worth it? No. But when you're consistently buying, when you're consistently having yard sales, when you're consistently picking, when you're consistently doing whatever, you know, and then you start building in all the other extras, the contacts you're making, you know, just being out there in the world, doing stuff, meeting people, just having a good time. You know, because I love doing this. So I mean, that's another value. When you factor in all that, to me, it's worth it. So I actually appreciate the comment. You know, and I did, like I said, I did write him an email about this. Um, I'm back and forth on talking values, to be honest, because what's perceived to me as, it's a very fine line, because what's perceived to me as good may be terrible to others, may be awesome to others. Also, the way it comes off, you know, if I'm sitting here talking about, oh, I made this, I made that, blah 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 blah, you know, it may come off, you know, very bad. And I've actually had a conversation with this. I actually had a conversation with somebody about this yesterday. So, like I said, it's a fine line, and I'm still working my way into YouTube and making videos and stuff like that. But for all the money that I make on these channels, I could tell you a million stories on how I broke even, or how I lost, or how I'm sweating, you know what, cleaning out rotten food out of a unit. So again, it goes back to people's perception. And real quick, you mentioned that you went to a 2-day Southern Rock Music Festival. That's awesome. I hope you had a great time. I'll be honest with you, if there was a 2-day rock festival of any kind here in town in Vegas, I probably would have, you know, dumped the yard sale and went to the rock festival. So I don't blame you at all. So anyway, hope you guys are having a great day today. Hopefully I can score something this week. I don't know. It's the second week. It's where the two bigger auctioneers, it's their week, so to speak. And there's a lot of people usually here. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully I get something. Hopefully I won't. And I mean, that's it. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. And I'll talk to you later.